fights continue its way out on the outside of the ring here. And these men listening only 5 minutes into the match, and this fight's already been taken out of the ring and taken right down to the extreme here. We saw Sombrero that released German suplex on the Vampiro. Vampiro's definitely taken worse shots than that in his career.
Oh my, just so sickening watching it over and over again here by Sombrero just ruthlessly gives up and dragging Vampiro's lifeless body. And Vampiro back up, destroying Mist with that sledgehammer. And just walks in the grasp of Vampiro. Trying to turn around there, he's not having that. Oh! This is quick hand chop. Suplex on the outside there. Now Sombrero and Lord Magma were going at it. And they've managed to go back in this ring, making a fair fight without these weapons here.
These fans here in Pittsburgh really amped up for this match at SCAW Despair. And look at Sombrero's busted open right there. These fans are already chanting Samoa Joe. They're chanting Joe, Joe, Joe momentarily. Oh, wait a minute! Referee issued a knockout against Sombrero. And Lord Magma with that judgment slam, creating a knockout on Sombrero. Now Sombrero is first eliminated. Now it's time for our 5th participant, none other than one half of Sex and Violence, Ross Riveter Mitchell, who's, by the way, a UWA original in his own right.
From Dallas, Texas, Ross Riveter Mitchell.
Ross Riveter Mitchell probably has what it takes to win SCAW Despair here tonight. He won the 2004 SCAW Despair match and was part of that triple threat match at Pandemonium 4. Was the Enforcer, Ross Riveter Mitchell, and Blue Angel competing for the UWA Championship. Of course, there was the NLWF Championship back then. Man, what a match that was. Definitely the high point in Ross Riveter Mitchell's career. Even though, folks, Ross Riveter Mitchell, if he would have managed to stay here, who knows, Gene Starling might be the next participant. And we saw earlier tonight that what happens when a tag team is involved in a SCAW Despair match. I mean, they can easily clear up the ring in the quickness. We saw together Coco Mickey James eliminate at least 4 people between them earlier in the double SCAW Despair match. And that could easily happen if Gene Starling was added to this match.
Indeed, it also did not work out in the favor because eventually Blue Angel did end up winning that match. So you can tag team all you want, but the individual at hand is going to end up winning this match. This destroyer! Oh my God! Ross Riveter Mitchell was trying to make it to the outside, but got speared on the apron. Load over neck breaker there. Destroy the high risk taker. Destroyer's going all out here.
Right, finds Destroyer's able to catch a break after leaving Lord Magma alone for a few minutes. And Lord Magma, know that running DDT and a spear is cutting Ross in half. That could be right there, folks. And Ross kicking out after a 1. And look at this, Vampiro throwing punches on the Destroyer there. And like I said, Destroyer next month. On March 18th, our next pay-per-view. I love that first fight. Emanating from the return from our home away from home, Heathens Row, Kemlon, and Destroyer's hometown. And boy, would he love to go into his hometown, knowing that he is the 2010 SCAW Despair winner, and knowing well that he's going to be main eventing the biggest event of the entire year, Pandemonium 10. And I'm sure Destroyer would love that feeling. But for his disadvantage, he's due number 1 here tonight. And he's going to survive all his 14 opponents here in order to win. And bringing off, folks, never in the history of SCAW Despair in a SCAW Despair match or a double X SCAW Despair match in that matter, but whoever chooses number 1, 2, 3, and 4 has never won the match. And Destroyer could be the first one to do it. And look at that, Ross Riveter Mitchell kicking out after the last fight, Armageddon. And now Vampiro is busted up by the Destroyer. And Paul Hill's breaking loose here. The Destroyer on the Vampiro. He puts a little of that Kimlanium Destroyer right onto the Vampiro. This could be for Vampiro here. Too bad for a showing here as we return. But with Vampiro kicking out the 2 count. But Lord Magma sending Ross outside once again.
I thought it was all but over there, folks, for Vampiro, and that would have been what a horrible return there for Vampiro if he would have got out the second in the Square of Despair match. He was able to show the will and the heart and the desire in order to kick out, and that's what we need to do to survive this, folks. And this match is easily can go on 30 plus minutes to an hour, and you need to have strength and stamina in order to survive. Oh, Vampiro rolling out of the way, Destroyer injuring himself.
Four of these men pulling all the stops here, showing how badly all four of these men want to win Square of Despair this year. But so far, Ross River Mitchell is the only man in this match to compete so far that has won a previous Square of Despair match. And look at this, Lord Magma, the reverse Death Valley driver on the Ross River Mitchell. Covers him here. And look at that, a 2 count, or 3 count, and Lord Magma single-handedly has eliminated already a second foe here. Now it's up for lucky number 6, world's greatest warrior, Egoman, representing Fires by Nature again. Will not be competing in this year's Square of Despair match, but Mitch Watterson will be. Same thing goes for the attack and violence. Mitch can easily keep on their opposition here tonight.
From Battleground, Washington, he's the world's greatest warrior, Egoman!
Too bad for Ross River Mitchell, though. I mean, he didn't really get that opportunity to be around long enough to see Team Star win in the match so they can team up to eliminate their opponents here. But Egoman here definitely had the opportunity. Egoman can easily last just long enough for Mitch to come in the ring, and who knows when Mitch is going to come in the match. Only person who knows that is Von Free. Remember, he said in that interview that he rigged the number drawings to his favor, was putting himself at number 15. He put all the numbers, all the participants drawing wherever he saw fit. So wherever Von Free figured to put Mitch, that's where he's going to be. The Destroyer was in no time after Egoman, because these two men are far from strangers. And not only were these two men opponents, these two men were actually partners at last year's Square of Despair, that tag team match. But last year at Beach Party Slam, these two men were the last two participants in that 6-man elimination match to determine the double champion of the West Coast champion and the Underground champion. It came down to Egoman and the Destroyer. And the Destroyer was the one who was victorious in that performance. And with Vampiro throttling Lord Magma and throws him back first into the turnbuckle. Didn't really face the big man though. But these two men are also huge ass rivals. But look at the Destroyer, that Hell's Gate on Egoman, and Egoman telegraphing it.
Choke slam, able to turn it around, and now he's putting this Walls of Jericho on.
But so far, Lord Magma's the MVP of this match, already eliminating 2 of the participants. And on a personal note, folks, MVP sucks.
Past that, folks. Anyways, Vampiro rocked in the corner by Lord Magma, applying those right hands. Pulls him out. Oh! That's the same DDT that busted somebody out of open cut and that allowed Lord Magma to get the KO. Remember that, folks. That can be devastating. A big man like Lord Magma can apply even the simplest moves on you hurt. Look at that. Destroyer with the running knees. And with down Egoman, using Egoman's own tactics, hitting someone they're down. Don't want to have that. It's like an insult to his own ego there.
That's the name Egoman. Egoman turning around to destroy these quick punches and kicks out of nowhere. And look at that one punch from the Destroyer. Damn! Leveling both the Goldman and the referee, Robert Sweeney. And folks, I'll tell you this right now, it's going to take more than Robert Sweeney's efforts to control this match. Remember, folks, this is a Falls Count Anywhere match, and pinfall submissions and knockouts apply, so anything goes in this match whatsoever. The one thing that really matters, is who's the last man standing to become the number one contender for the UWA Championship at Pandemonium 10 at the Meadowlands in New York. And look at that! Restore that Samoan drop, displaying his strength and abilities on Goldman.
Now he's set up here on the top rope, but Goldman runs away. And obviously, Destroyer not able to connect with that super kick off the top rope. He's going to try it again, maybe on Lord Magman instead. Wow, oh my God! He just totally shot over Lord Magman, did a flipping corkscrew leg drop on Goldman from all across the ring. And the 2 near fall, folks, my God.